Ladies and gentlemen, he has arrived. The 92 Ken Griffey Jr. is on the squad, and he will be making the debut in this game. So I put him in center field because he does have that very good arm strength, and he has very good speed too. Like, I know Kenny Lofton can cover a lot of ground out there in center, but he has one of those noodle arms. Griffey with that 84 speed, 90 fielding, and 91 arm strength, along with 87 reaction is definitely amazing. So I'm sticking him out there where he belongs in center field. And surprisingly too, I guess maybe not so surprisingly, is that he has better contact stats versus lefties. And the only thing I would kind of wish was a little bit better on this 92 Griffey is his power versus righties. It's only 78, which isn't bad, but 85 at least would have been something that would have just made this card a lot better. But it's just one of those, pure hitting cards, one of those, very good hitting cards with very good vision, good contact. So I'm not complaining. Definitely a beast of a card, 100%. So Griffey is in center, and I can't see him leaving the lineup anytime soon. Like, I don't even know who to put in the outfield, man. I got Kenny Lofton playing left at the moment, and then how could I even consider? I mean, if even the thought in my mind of taking Brantley out crossed my mind, I would be the biggest idiot on planet Earth. The way he has been swinging the bat over the past, ever since he's made the debut, I guess I should say, Kenny Lofton has been raking the past couple of games as well, so I can't even consider taking Lofton or Brantley out to put somebody else back in. But I put Luis Gonzalez on the bench, and I think Granderson is on the bench as well. Those have been the other two outfielders I had that have been swinging very good bats as well, so they're on the bench. McCutchen is on the bench, and I think the 92 Lorenzo Cain is as well, and then I think the 93 Matt Holliday is too. So those are pretty much all of my favorite cards on the bench, other than all the starters I have in the lineup at the moment. So it's going to be good. It's going to be good with Griffey on the squad, man, hoping he can just go off in the first couple of games. Wasn't able to get a base hit in his first at-bat, but I did square all those balls up in the first inning I was able to face. I was making some good swings, so we're getting off to a fairly decent start in this game. Now with Arenado leading off the second inning, doing what Arenado has been doing over the past couple of games as well. No surprise, Arenado starts the second inning off with a solo shot. So Arenado has been probably the best cleanup hitter I've been using on the squad. So Arenado is just... I can't even see myself taking Arenado out at third base to put somebody else in too, because third base was the #1 position I was looking for players. And even after I picked up Arenado, I was still considering picking up some other third basemen because, just being typical me, if Arenado didn't get off to a really good start or just struggled over a good amount of games, I probably would have taken him out, put somebody else in. But as I was saying in a previous video, I really wish Donaldson's hitting stats were so much better. Donaldson's a very good hitter. I don't get it. Go look at Donaldson's hitting stats right now and tell me they didn't disrespect this shit out of Donaldson. I mean, even his power. I think his power against righties is only in the low 80s. It's like 93 or something against lefties, so that's very good. But still, even his contact, his vision should be a lot better. Like Donaldson has hit, he was hitting around 300 the last couple seasons. So I'm not even really sure why they kind of made Donaldson's hitting stats not so good in this game, to begin at least. I mean, I can't really see him going up. He is injured at the moment, and even when he comes back, he's probably not going to go up. Donaldson's going to have to be pulling off some Bryce Harper shit, some Ryan Zimmerman type shit, hitting around, above 400, and just going off pretty much the rest of the season or just the next couple of months. But the Blue Jays collection would have been one collection I would want to do. But even if I did get Donaldson, I don't even know if I would prefer to play him at third base over Arenado, because I was glad that they gave Arenado an arm in this game. Didn't he only have like a 75 arm in MLB 16, which I thought was ridiculous. But anyway, back to this game. Griffey is up yet again, and I'm not wasting any time. First pitch of this at-bat, driving one right up the gut, so Griffey is on the board. That's good. That's what I needed to see. Everybody making the debut needs to come up with a base hit, at least in their debut game, to show that they're not going to struggle out of the gates. But for some reason, I was trying to take off for second base with Griffey. He doesn't have the best stealing stats, so I'm not really sure why I did that, trying to catch this guy off guard, I guess. And then Freeman is stepping up a couple batters later, and he's driving one down the right field line. Look at Freeman, dude. Freeman has been swinging a very good bat as well. Every single person in the lineup at this very moment, besides Lindor, I think I've said that the past couple of videos too, every single player that is playing right now has been doing, even Lucroy, even that son of a bitch Lucroy, even Lucroy has been doing good at the plate, not behind the plate, but hitting-wise, Lucroy has been doing very good lately. Alcides Escobar has been one of those players, one of those underrated players I've been using who have been doing very well. Him and Rendon, when I was using Rendon, those guys were going off. And I haven't really got much production out of all the players I've been using at short lately. Especially Barry Larkin, man. I'm probably going to put him back in at some point in time. I'm probably going to put him on the bench. And then when I do face a lefty, I'll put him in because Barry Larkin does very well against lefties. Against righties, I haven't been doing so well. But it's not even because I've been, swinging and missing and everything. It's just because even when I have been squaring a lot of shit up, it's just been weak ground balls, weak line drives, and weak flyouts to the outfield and shit. But I'm definitely going to try and get Barry Larkin going. I'm not giving up on Barry Larkin. He will be back in the lineup at some point in time. It's just that I've been doing very well with this flashback Escobar, so I wanted to put him back in. Kenny Lofton is on fire. I think the only other player who's been possibly more on fire than Kenny Lofton is Brantley. So Lofton starts this inning off with a triple, and then Brantley gets plunked. So Griffey is up. Griffey needs to do something clutch right here. I'm stealing second and making it in there with Brantley with that 80 speed, able to make it into second base. So getting anxious. My bad. That is my bad. I was getting anxious with Griffey, and this guy's first K of this game, I'm swinging at something ugly in the dirt. So Griffey is going down swinging in his third at-bat of this game, but it is all good. It is all right. So Arenado is up next, and then grounding one to third base, not able to cash that run in. So here I am. Here I am. I might have to fucking change my name to Mr. Can't Get It Done. Oh my Jesus, man. Every single time I'm getting people in scoring position, I cannot cash in. So once that inning was done, I was like, this guy is going to come back in this game. There's no chance I can just continue to leave runners in scoring position with nobody down and not cash them in. So this guy starts this inning off with Carpenter getting a solo shot. So he's back within 2. So as soon as this guy got his second base hit of this inning, what do you think I was doing? I was getting not everybody, but a couple people warming up in the pen. I'm not really sure why the hell this guy took off for third base. I mean, dude, you got somebody in scoring position. There's 2 down. I think that was Billy Hamilton. All you got to do is just send something up the gut or just squeak something by the infield. You're cashing him in easily. So he's not able to get in any more runs in that inning, which may have been a miracle. So Escobar is starting this inning off with a single. So now Granderson is up a couple batters later. I think Granderson is pretty much like McCutchen. Every single time I've brought him off the bench, he's been getting the job done. So need to find the gap, possibly send something yard or something with Granderson, since he's been doing that consistently. But I'm able to find the gap, so that is cashing in that run from first base. So he's doing his job off the bench. I mean, I needed some insurance, man. It wasn't looking good after that last inning when I wasn't able to cash in 2 runners in scoring position with nobody down. So I'm not able to score in any more runs, but I am going up by 3 again. So Griffey is up in the 7th inning. It was ugly. The last at-bat was ugly. I was swinging at some shit down in the strike zone, so you know this guy's probably going to get me to chase something, or try and get me to chase something again in this at-bat. But swinging at a changeup down and in, that's just a ground ball, fairly well-hit ground ball to second base. So Griffey was 1 for 4 in this game. That's all right. I'm not asking Griffey to go out there and go 4 for 4, 5 for 5 with fucking 3 home runs or something. Just get a base hit on the board in the debut game. It is all right. So now Soria is in out of the pen, and I said it before, I'm going to be using Soria more, man, because I saw somebody comment on one of my videos too saying that if you throw cutters inside the righties, it's almost unhittable. I agree. I cannot agree more, man. That every single pitch that Soria has is nasty. The curveball is disgusting, man. I don't even know how people tell if it's going to be below the strike zone. That shit starts off at your fucking face, and it drops down by your ankles pretty much. So now this guy needs to respond back because he is running out of time. There's 2 down in the bottom of the 7th inning. Look at that curveball. I mean, that's pretty much what you have to do. You just have to try and check your swing every single time you try and drop one in. But there is, 2 down like I said in the 7th, but he is finding the grass in left field. So 2-out rallies have kind of been the storyline in this game. This guy's looking to get a 2-out rally going, but next guy coming to the plate is just grounding out to second base. And Lindor makes that play, so no damage done. So now we're in the bottom of the 8th. I went down fairly quickly in the top half of that inning, so now Beltre is in. I find that everybody I've been facing with Beltre has been doing very good against me. And as I say that, Beltre is finding the gap. So this guy is still very much in this game. I mean, if you looked at the scoreboard, you saw that I had around 10 or 11 hits. This guy only had 2 or 3 up until this point. This guy can possibly get back in this game with only a couple swings. And now that he bunted to get on base with Hamilton, 1 swing of the bat could tie this game up. But right there, I'm getting lucky that it was just a weak chopper right back to the pitcher, and I'm making that play, getting him out, trying to get to home. So Nelson Cruz is, and I put in Glenn Perkins because he did have a lefty, and he responded back with Nelson Cruz, who has been somebody else who has been destroying me pretty much, but he is just flying out to right field, so need to get out of this inning with no runs scored. Glenn Perkins is still in because he had D. Gordon up next. Taking away the bunt. The bunt defense was definitely in effect, but I'm able to get him to ground out to shortstop, so it's all good. Lucroy is leading things off in the top half of the 9th, and he's had a little bit of a hit streak going on lately. Not really sure how many games it's been, but it's been a good amount so far. Lucroy is definitely starting to get the bat going a little bit. So I may have to stop screaming and yelling at Lucroy every single game because he has been responding at the dish the past even past week. Good amount of games at least. Lucroy has been getting the job done, but not able to advance him. Getting jammed with Lofton. Then Brantley is up next. For some reason, I thought this was going to carry and leave the yard, but not even close. That's just a fly ball to right field. He makes that grab easily. So going into the bottom of the 9th inning, Carter Capps is in. Charlie Blackmon is leading things off. Need to get the first out fairly quickly, and I do. So I think that was the first pitch of this inning, getting the first out. So now it's all right. A little bit of the panic is gone. So next guy coming to the plate, looking to send him down on strikes with a 2-strike count, but he is sending one to left field, looking like it was possibly going to make it over Lofton's head for a quick second right there, but Lofton with that, with that good fielding, that good speed, he's making that grab fairly easy. So next guy coming to the plate is ripping one down, or ripping one to the gap. This game does not make it easy on you, man. It really doesn't. It always fucking pushes your buttons right down to the last, right down to the game is over pretty much. You'll be sitting there. They're going to have motherfuckers sitting here, just fucking fainting on the ground from all this, craziness going on late in games. But I was up by 3 runs. This guy was able to get somebody on base in the 9th inning, but I was able to shut the door with Carter Capps. I mean, Carrasco did get player of the game. He did pitch very well up until the 5th inning. I did take him out. I only gave up 2 hits, and I went to the pen, but that's typical me. So it was an all-right debut game for the 92 Griffey. And as I was saying, I'm definitely going to be leaving him in for a good amount of time.